I had to figure out where they were going to go and then spend my dime and go there. Now, if you're spending your dime to go there, you're pretty much sure that, I may not come home with a contract, but it started the relationship so that I can develop it. I've gone to NABJ conferences as well, not necessarily to gain clients, but actually to meet people in the media, which are still, a lot of them are my friends still today. Did I have a website? Yes, that's a given. WordPress.org, for sure. Flyers are, okay. Sometimes I have postcards. Because I was dealing with authors, I had bookmarks. So bookmarks would have on the back of them tips, something that people wouldn't throw away. All right? So I always had some kind of thing that I would actually give out that would brand me. When I began to, quote-unquote, introduce a business to the world, one of the things, and this is just from my experience, is that I would write a press release. So a press release would go out, and actually you would then try to get the media to pick it up. What's different, what's special, what's about you. And so a lot of times people will have the particular press releases, but then it's like, it's not anything interesting. And the media's like, I'm really trying to pick something up, but I can't really, she's not giving me anything. So you've got to make it a press release so the media can write about it. So this particular person I met while I was in New York, Women on Fire, basically, she gives the media story ideas. She says, story ideas, 5 surprising mistakes women make daily that hold them back. Another story idea is how to change your life under 10 minutes, how to struggle after tough times, how to find your spark and relight your fire. 72% of women believe they can have it all. 100% need to know how. Leaving your job, this is another story idea, starting a business. Conquer the bag lady syndrome now. So those are bites that you would probably hear in between introducing her or telling up next. Leaving your job, starting a business, conquer the bag lady syndrome after this. So those are the kind of things that you need to have when you're doing a press release. And this is for author and this is for that sort of thing. But I think, and this was what I did. I had a book called 115 PR Tips on How to Brand Your Ministry. I had about 1,000 of those little booklets printed. I mailed some and I sold some. They're all gone now. They're on Kindle and now on Amazon right now. But that really brought in a lot of business. Instead of sending out a Christmas card, hey, Merry Christmas, I would send them that book. And one of the bishops here in Detroit, he would say, wow, he says, we paid thousands of dollars to a consultant to tell us the stuff that you told us in that book. I'm like, yeah. So eventually he became my client. So you want to do different things like that. Those are some of the things where you're going to introduce your business to the world, so to speak. Going from startup to a star, you have to already see it in your mind that you are a star, all right? Meaning that don't chintz on it. Have that bigger-than-life image of yourself because you're just starting out. You don't have to look like a pauper. Start out big and grow. Grow into the brand, but start out big. And it makes such a big difference. All you need at one point is maybe you start small with the media, but you're positioning yourself with all the right branding elements that are all coming together. It's the beginning. If you do not have money, barter, trade, whatever you have in your hand, exchange it for something what someone else has in their hand. If you need some graphics done, then maybe do some trade and do whatever you do for the graphics person. But you got to figure that part out. That's where the creativity really comes in. I have another question here from Donna. Oh, okay. No, Donna just needs to be. She signed up late. Well, one of the things about being a superstar here, we got to be on time. Excuse me. We can hit *6 to enter in if you have a question for me directly, and I can take it at this time. Hit *6 to enter in. Okay, we go here. News. Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Miss Perry. My name is Sabrina. I'm 25 years old, and I just finished writing my own book dedicated to the feminine principle. And the one issue that I'm really, really having is because, I don't want to say because I'm a college student, but just because I don't have as much money as I would like, I am having a difficult time, like, developing a grassroots marketing plan for actually pushing my book, being that I'm not as technically savvy as I should be, maybe for someone my age. And I just wanted to know if you had any advice concerning that.
Go to this website, Gabby Fresh, Gabbie Fresh. I just told a young lady at a career conference on Saturday to go to that. She was in high school. And I'll give you a little story. Gabby was on the front page of, she was on the cover of Black Enterprise a few years ago. She's from Detroit. But she was a college student. Was it Gabby Fresh? G-A-B, maybe it's just one B. She was a college student. She came out of college. She just had a passion for fashion. Yeah, it's one B, G-A-B-I, Fresh, Gabby Fresh. And really, she didn't have any money. She didn't have a job. She came out of college, and all she had was, I'll read it. Okay, I'm Gabby Fresh, originally Young, Fat, and Fabulous. That was what it was called before, so she didn't want to use that Young, Fat, and Fabulous anymore. So in September 2008, graduated from college with an interest in fashion journalism. Since I didn't have experience and couldn't land an entry-level job or internship, I decided blogging would be a great platform to show my writing skills and love for fashion. I knew firsthand the lack of resources for younger training women sizes 14 and up, so I decided to fill the void. Over time, it transformed into a personal style blog where I share my fashion advice, which mostly consists of ignorant fashion rules and outfits that I hope to inspire others to take risks and have fun with clothing regardless of their size. Basically, at this point, she blogs. She video blogs. She showed the blog. She's been featured in Glamour, Teen Vogue, In Style, New York Times, 17, Time Out New York, Cosmopolitan. She contributed to Vogue, Refinery, Glamour, and Essence.com. And she was on the cover of Black Enterprise. And she now is a Twitter DJ for MTV. All she did was a blog, which was free. She's young, fat, and fabulous. I go back to that same thing. How bad do you want it? So a blog is free. If you can't figure out a blog, you're in college, you need to read a couple of books and just figure it out. She just basically used Blogger Blog when she did her blog, and that's free, and that's simple. So how do you do it? You have to be, Jay Stone said that a week before, when I get the book, you can ask about what Jay said, but basically she said you've got to be freaking amazing, okay? That's how you get on it. If you go to Gabby Fresh, Gabi Fresh.com, you'll see her blog. Very amazing. She was consistent. She did it whether she got comments or not. She was relentless. She was relentless. And then that's how she ends up in New York Times and 17 and Cosmopolitan and Cover Black Enterprise. All right. She came out of college in 2008 and didn't have a job or any money. Obviously, when you don't have a job, you don't have money. So did that inspire you, or did you think like, oh, my God, well, I can do this? Yeah, you can.
I do feel inspired. I just need to build traction for an audience. Like, that's the thing. So I think right now I just have to build up my confidence in order to approach people because I'm more of a writer than I am like a speaker. So
I want you to read that poem. It's on the Brand Superstar Facebook page, Our Deepest Fear, and memorize it. Did you ever see the movie Coach Carter?
I did.
Okay. You need to memorize that poem just like that little boy did in that movie. So the next time you come on the call, I want you to say it. I'm serious. Our deepest fear is that we are not inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are more powerful beyond measure. It is not our light. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be? Brilliant, gorgeous, handsome, talented, and fabulous. Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Are you a Christian?
I am. Yes, I am.
Okay. Well, remember, this is it. You are meant to shine. All right? You are born to make manifest the glory of God within you. It is not just in some, it's in everyone. So that you could do and memorize it and say it. Put it in your mirror every morning. Say it on the way to class. Make it a game, whatever you have to do. But get that in you. You can't make a positive impact on the world if you're not positive about yourself.
Right.
So learning how to blog is simple. Follow Gabby Fresh. I done told you a secret. Now just go and just do what she did.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Debbie Harden asks, she says, when you share the information on branding, will it apply to all businesses? I'm not writing a book, and my work is not church-related. I am building a travel business, which is a niche for women known in travel. Will the information apply to me as well? Yes, definitely. Branding is branding. It doesn't matter. But I will say that books will brand you. It doesn't have to be a big book. It doesn't have to be hundreds and hundreds of pages. Mine, when I first started, was 115 PR tips, and it was a booklet. And it was what I gave people so they could understand that I knew what their problems were. People like to buy solutions. People like to have someone solve a problem for them. That's what they pay for, right? If you have a plumbing problem, you're going to pay a plumber. If you have you need a manuscript edited, you're going to pay an editor. You're going to pay for people to solve problems. So you have, if people are traveling, women travel, what are the problems that women have? Okay, so write a booklet about it, all right? So at that point, women only travel, these are women only travel tips, all right? So build a brand around that. Give that away for free. Make sure that people understand who you are. They're going to relate to you as a person. They're going to come to you as an expert, and that this expert is a person that can give them counsel, and actually then you can buy your services, right? But before people buy anything, they have to build a relationship. The brand helps draw them in so that they can then build a relationship with you. Once they actually know you, like you, and trust you, they become brand loyal, and they won't go anywhere else. So that's what branding does. It makes it so that someone is brand loyal to you. All right? Okay, she says, I send an invitation for Google. I deleted it. All of you all are part of my Google. It's Branding Superstar University. If you go to Branding Superstar, you'll see that you are all on Google+. And if you get your Google+ alerts, you'll see that from time to time you're getting Google alerts from me. Google+ will be big. It's just not going to be big by the end of this year for sure in 2014. It's going to be huge. So make sure you fill out your Google profile completely. Put your pictures, put your links, put your background cover, all of that, all right? Google rules. You hear me talk about that all the time. They own YouTube, they own Blogger, so make sure that you do that all the time. Any other questions, hit *6. Okay, okay. Oops. Hit *6 to enter in. Okay, Alfreda asked, as an author, motivational speaker, do you provide seminars or information or public speaking about how to master it? Also, please connect with me to determine what steps I need to move forward in creating my brand. Alfreda, yes. I do provide seminars and information on public speaking and how to master it, but one of the Branding Superstars classes that we had probably in January, I guess, I said there are 3 organizations to join. One is NSA, National Speakers Association. If you are paid to speak, I think it's a minimum of 7 or 8 times per year. You could then qualify to apply to NSA, National Speakers Association. Google that. The other one is Toastmasters, so you can master that, Toastmasters, so you can master that. That's organizations are all over the country, so actually all over the world, so you can do that as well. And the other thing that's really, really good is something like a junior achievement or some kind of organization where you're actually volunteering, where you are forced to speak, especially in front of young people. If you can master the attention of young people, you pretty much can master any audience because, their attention span is really, really short. So if you can be entertaining in front of a group of teenagers and they're not rolling their eyes and sucking their teeth like, then you're doing pretty good, okay? So those are some things. And also, too, writers groups have a lot of different situations where you can actually write. So American Christian Writers is a good group where you can get information on how to really present if you're an author. So AC Writes, acwrites.com is the website that I would recommend for that, okay? If you're an author, motivation speaker, you got to join the trade groups. That's going to be the difference. And I'm always a joiner, and I've done that my entire career. I was